Hello. Welcome back to Almighty Blues FC, one and everyone. I hope जो भी join कर रहा है पहले like दबा दे. As you have joined, so that we have many more people joining. Yes, it's not just Europa League job देख रहे thumbnail में. We are obviously going to be discussing थोड़ा Conference League, but शुरू करना बनता है boss from Champions League football. And yes, Sadiq bhai आएंगे hopefully in a few minutes. मैंने message किया है. Hopefully he'll be joining in a few minutes. बट बिफोर दैट वी विल बी डिस्कसिंग जो हुआ है और ऑफ कोर्स होने वाला है उस पर भी आएंगे. ऑफ कोर्स यहाँ पर हार्दिक इन द हाउस. हेलो भाई, हेलो, कैसे हो? हार्दिक, अगेन इफ आई रिमेंबर राइट, बार्सा फैन हो राइट आप हार्दिक? तो नर्वस कैसा लग रहा है बार्सिलोना का? आई नो नर्वस नहीं होना चाहिए एज ए बार्सा फैन. थिंग्स आर गोइंग रियली वेल बार्सा के लिए. अगेन टच वुड आप करना चाहोगे, लेकिन अगेन anyone who's joined, again do like that stream. आप सब्सक्राइब करिए. Doesn't take a buck, so that we can communicate. ज़्यादा comments आएंगे तो हम ज़्यादा बातें करेंगे. And yes, there is a very important match, Chelsea Real Madrid, happening tonight as we are speaking. तो हाँ, I'll try to wind up the stream थोड़ा जल्दी, so that मैं थोड़ा fresh mind के साथ देख सकूँ खुद वो match. That's very important for me because हाँ, such matches don't come रोज नहीं आते. But we'll be discussing that as well. अंकित भैया, आप गालियाँ दो हम सबको. आज गाली सुनने का मन है. क्यों बे? गाली सुनने का मन, ये तो अलग ही मतलब लेवल है. एनीवे देंगे यार. आप मतलब इट डिपेंड्स ऑन द सिचुएशन ऑफ मैच पर आता है तब देखते हैं. इट डिपेंड्स ऑन दैट. नेचुरली जो आता है वो करिए. जबरदस्ती कौन देता है वही गाली. एनीवे अद्वै, हेलो अद्वै, हाउ आर यू? ऑल गुड हियर. न्यूकासल यूनाइटेड अल्ट्रा इन द हाउस. यस, and Rajesh as well. Rajesh, good to have you as well. Yes, Barcelona fan. Just praying we play well and we win. थोड़ा सा nervousness है, German team है. Exactly. और हम बात करेंगे क्यों I think nervous है हार्दिक. Exactly, very good point वो हार्दिक का. लेकिन first and foremost, till Sadiq bhai joins and hopefully we have some more conversation around the Europa League. We have to speak about जो हुआ था कल रात को. Like I know मैंने watch along में react किया था. We had Denuka in the house, we had Baba in the house as well. तो I don't know any of you were you surprised जो आपको मिला? Maybe double decker बस मिला in front of goal Atletico Madrid का. Were you really surprised? That was probably to be expected. आप बोलोगे राइट, इतना ज्यादा सरप्राइज नहीं होना चाहिए. लेकिन 1-0 like 1-0 for Man City. I know one goal भी नहीं लग रहा था कि होगी, लेकिन come on, they did well. Substitutes did well. They came back, Man City, और जीते against of course Atletico Madrid. But were you even more surprised कि यार after that 70 minutes Atletico Madrid, after conceding, they did not go on the attack. I think second half में first 10-15 minutes they kind of were the better team. That was all the time. आप बोलोगे कि ना they were better than Manchester City, लेकिन उसके बाद even Luis Suarez not getting on the pitch. I don't know, किसी को मालूम है क्यों Luis Suarez नहीं आए थे? I know मतलब 1-0 है, it's not a bad score line taking back to Atletico Madrid जहाँ पर है second leg. लेकिन that's totally negative football, simply put. And then 5-5-0, that's what I think Kevin De Bruyne बोले, first time ever he was playing, and that's what it was there, absolutely. Do you miss AC Milan dominance? Newcastle United Ultra, I would like to say कि मुझे dominance पसंद नहीं है in any league. I don't like dominance. But yes, of course, what you mean, I'm pretty sure कि AC Milan were one among the big guns, and that is something मैं miss करता हूँ. There's no secret there. But like I said, I just have a soft corner to AC Milan. It's more like it's definitely be Chelsea. I'm a Chelsea fan through and through. But AC Milan has a soft corner because of certain players, because of me following Serie A early on a lot. तो वो है absolutely. Okay, the weird tactician is in the house. Welcome. Anybody else coming? Well, अभी के लिए तो मैं ही हूँ, लेकिन आप लोग हैं मेरे साथ यार. And we'll be discussing lots because yes, there's a lot of data to be shared, especially Europa League and Conference League. जो I know as a matter of fact, a lot of people do not watch as closely. तो वहाँ पर है मेरे पास. Okay, Guardiola. सरोजनी नगर वाला Guardiola. Okay, interesting. मैं पास करूँगा ऋषिकेश मैसेज उनको. अपने बारे में ज़रा बताओ. कॉलेज स्टूडेंट हो कि और इस जोक? Well, everyone is a student, but as absolutely अभी कॉलेज स्टूडेंट नहीं हूँ. I did basically move to I think Canada, as I've shared earlier as well, where I did my masters. तो वहाँ पर मैं मास्टर्स के लिए गया था, but I've come back to India as in again even previously मैं इंडिया में ही पढ़ा हूँ, मैं बैंगलोर में पढ़ा हूँ. I have finished my school and college as well. It was a joke. It was a joke. Newcastle United Ultra, but just a few years back, I did my master's, so you can say that in a way, right? What I thought before today's match. Well, Abhilash, we'll come to that. So stick on to then. मैं again in the big preview that we did, हमने पूरा share किया था Abhilash. I hope आपने check out किया, check out our listings, but I will react more based on those lineups. So hopefully the stream goes through till the lineup is out और हम react करेंगे अभिलाष तो बने रहना रात तक आप हरियाणवी सीख लो okay by the way just so you know Puneet my parents are actually Marwadi right तो मैं समझता हूँ Marwadi but हरियाणवी also like I have a few friends so I understand totally लेकिन वही लिंगो में थोड़ा बात आदत नहीं है बस Chelsea was a Real Madrid first check. Ankit Bhaiya, well, again, I'll come back to that. Absolutely, Hardik Bhai. 1-0 to City is still okay. City is still a favorite result for Atletico. Well, favorable result hai, but yeah, I would agree with you that City is a favorite. Again, away mein, I don't see it's a major kind of drawback for them. लेकिन what about those fights in the end? Like Atletico were wasting time. वो थोड़ा सा मुझे surprising लगा. I know again it's a favorable result. लेकिन when City were there, as in they were getting countered, so them wasting time and all those I know those dark arts we are पता नहीं यार अलग ही level है Atletico. Simeone he won't kind of change हमें पता है तो yeah second leg में interesting रहेगा लेकिन second leg में they cannot afford that so they have to go on the front foot to an extent. हाँ maybe इतना नहीं जाएंगे because they have to be careful as well. लेकिन I think second leg will be far more interesting, Rajesh. Pretty sure. हमने बहुत चला किया था. I know I was expecting a little bit more from Atletico in the second half, but again, let's see. Hopefully, second leg में Ten Hag to United is done. What's your opinion? Well, has it been done? I just actually went on a channel and we recorded just on a topic based on that, but I don't think it's formal, or is it? पता नहीं अभी तक क्या बवाल मच जाता है अगर फॉर्मल ऑफिशियल होता तो लेकिन आई थिंक दैट्स व्हाट इज लाइकली सर्टेनली और मैं एक्चुअली वो स्पॉइलर नहीं दूंगा इट्स स्पोर्ट्स कपा हु इज गोइंग टू रिलीज दैट वीडियो सो होपफुली दैट विल कम बाय टुमारो मॉर्निंग राघवेंद्र एंड यू विल गेट माय व्यूज ऑन टेन हाग यू विल सर्टेनली गेट इट फॉर श्योर आई विल शेयर इट ऑन माय टाइमलाइन एज वेल राइट ऑन माय इन माय कम्युनिटी. Not surprised if Simeone sits back for an hour in the second leg and then send all poachers in Brentford line. Well, absolutely that वो बोल सकते हैं लेकिन अदवे that will be I think I don't know अपने पैर पर कुल्हाड़ी मारना होगा क्योंकि I cannot see City not scoring for 1 hour. I cannot see that. हाँ हो गया first leg में but in second leg I cannot see that. They will be much better prepared itself for that particular 5-5-0 kind of formation. So I feel जाना पड़ेगा maximum I think one half के लिए they can sit back but not more than that. They have to do something about it, right? Absolutely. Views on Liverpool. Of course, Ronak will come to Liverpool and I don't know few surprises वहाँ भी मैं बोलूँगा. First of all, no secrets that Darwin Núñez scored for Benfica, right? लेकिन वो mistake था कोनाटे का. So I don't know. Maybe that one goal that they got in gives them maybe थोड़ा सा chance. लेकिन I think more than City, Liverpool are in the driver's seat. Let's be honest about it. Liverpool getting 3-1 victory against Benfica. The tie is over, in my opinion. Again, funnier things have happened. बहुत बार हुआ चेल्सी ने भी बहुत बार किया है to Liverpool itself in the past. But I think it's clear that Liverpool वो third gear में ही थे. They did not go to the fourth gear, and that was proof कि यार at the 60th minute they had taken off I think two of their star players. So that was actually was very clear. Again, they were playing for the weekend. आप बोलोगे, maybe आप बोलोगे कि Salah was not in his prime form. लेकिन again, I think it was effective. I think Salah played a part. Luis Diaz, probably the man of the match. आप बोलोगे Luis Diaz. Again, comment करिए कौन था आपका man of the match. और again, हम discuss करें क्योंकि yes, I know मैंने अपना solo video नहीं release किया सुबह. Come on, match इतना late खत्म होता है ना. I'm not really very well to be very honest about it, but I promised the stream to आना ही था. Definitely we had to cover stuff about Europa and this as well. So that's why I'm sharing about this. But what do you think about Liverpool? Like the player Luis Diaz, he's probably going to be starting मेरे ख्याल से in most games. The way it's going, उसका जो form चल रहा है भाई. And Trent का क्या बढ़िया पास था भाई. I have to comment Trent. What an awesome pass that was by Trent. And Konate for the first goal. So Konate ka to it was kind of a mixed bag. He made a major mistake. Lekin again that goal was crucial. That early goal is important for Liverpool. I felt, or I think Luis Diaz I think takes the man of the match for me. And in the other game it is obviously Kevin De Bruyne because despite itna resistance he was able to get that goal, that crucial goal. तो आई विल गिव टू केविन डी ब्रुयने. आई थिंक ऐसा नहीं है कि यार इतने सारे चांसेस थे और ओब्लाक ने सेव किया, तो आई थिंक इट्स क्लियर दैट केविन डी ब्रुयने kind of takes the man of the match for me, right? Okay, today's fixture, Justin will come back to the latter half of the stream, because latter half में hopefully we'll get the lineups out, और हमने proper preview तो किया ही है. You kind of know my views. और check out my community. I have actually done a couple of previews on other channels, so आप वो भी देखना चाहोगे if you want, right? Absolutely, we've discussed lots, so we'll have to appreciate the other clubs matches as well. I think we'll need to convert the half chances to goals against Frankfurt, cause missed chances gonna cost just a lot. Okay, ठीक है आदित्य, तो we'll move on to the Barcelona game. I'm pretty sure Sadiq भाई कहीं अटक गया. I'm pretty sure he will be obviously joining in as soon as he's back, but I've just messaged him that he'll be joining anytime soon. So let's actually go with that. Okay, so let's cover the Barcelona match and Barcelona news. So firstly, Barcelona news. Well, Araujo, what do you feel, people? Again, by the way, around 23 people watching. I hope everyone has liked the stream. Like the Badije and take that poll. Do not forget, or subscribe kariye. Doesn't take a buck, like I said, and comment. We will come back to your comments. Okay, coming to Barcelona, Araujo. Like, great news. Great news. I think Araujo एक one of the most sought after center backs है आज के दिन में in terms of youngsters. And लेकिन प्रॉब्लम अब क्या होने वाली है? Araujo technically was not really happy with Christensen के contract, because Christensen is getting a high paying contract, I believe. Again, I know it's a Chelsea player, लेकिन that's a reality. वो होने वाला है, right? तो Christensen होने वाला है. एरिक गार्सिया लास्ट सीजन ही गया था. So it's really interesting that Araujo now, I know वो उभर के आया है absolutely this season में और भी ज्यादा. तो for me, it's not even a question कि Araujo along with PK is your starting centre half partnership. Or that brings a question, what about Christensen? How can someone who is basically your substitute get paid more than Araujo? And that is where I think ये नया contract की बात हो रही है, and hopefully he gets what he's asking for. But again, why is Christensen moving? If he's not starting, why is he moving? Or do you think if Barca will change to 5 at the back system? Because they don't have a natural right back. I don't know. Or they might play with, a winger at right. Maybe Adama Traore might be a winger, who plays as a right wing back. That is a possibility. And left back, maybe they don't have a natural, pacey left back. So they might go with 2 wingers जो track back करे. I don't know. मतलब I don't think that Barcelona को change करना चाहिए next season. They are doing tremendously well. हमने 2 दिन पहले स्ट्रीम की थी यार. 9th से second लाया है Xavi. तो kudos to him. I don't think they should change, and that puts a question why Christensen has even gone. भाई साहब आप क्या सोच के जा रहे हो? Anyway, that again comment करिए. What do you think about Christensen's move? Why has Christensen moved? Right? Absolutely. Well, anyway, so let me jump a few comments here, and I'll come back to the comments as well. Yes, absolutely, Michael. Thank you. Learning from you, man. As in, definitely. As in, to be very honest about it, Michael, like I promised earlier, once the quarterfinals kicks in, I thought, yeah, it definitely is much more interesting, than earlier. Not that it wasn't, but it's just that there was so much information. Abhi, we have definitely Roma in there, and my soft corner for Jose Mourinho, Tammy Abraham, and the likes. So there is a reason to talk about it, and of course, not just that, we have other clubs from England as well, right? In Leicester, PSV, Marco van Ginkel. Again, one of my favorite who never really made it big. Marco van Ginkel, I loved him as a player, and I've again shared earlier that I actually shared DMs with Marco van Ginkel, and he shared DMs with me, in the past, which I cherish. So hats off to him. I'm just hoping that he does well, right? So coming back to Barca, well, again, people, I'll come back to the comments for sure, right? Absolutely. But I don't know, where were we? We were actually talking about the contract of Araujo. So Araujo, yeah, that is imminent. That's going to be happening. Absolutely. I don't think question bhi hai. I think that will be certainly done. Lekin, I think the big game is Frankfurt versus, Barcelona. So in that, few kind of stats dena chahunga for people who may not know. Right, first of all, it's a very first time that Frankfurt are meeting Barcelona. I didn't know that. I kind of researched it, and that's kind of surprising because Frankfurt Europe में खेली है, काफी खेली है. In fact, Frankfurt in 1980 they were the UEFA Cup winners, and in 1960 back in the day they were runners up of the European Cup. So it's very strange that they haven't met Barca. They have a European pedigree to some extent, right? And more recently, they have done well against Chelsea. Remember, semi-finals are just 3 saal pehle. They actually were there, and almost it was a banana skin for Chelsea. Right? It was a really close game, and Chelsea came out on top. I think they did really well in one of the legs, right? But how are they doing in Germany? Frankfurt are ninth, whereas Barcelona, of course, are second. Barcelona were ninth, though. So आप बोल सकते हो, yeah, it's kind of chalk and cheese. On paper, Barca should easily win, but again, it's not so simple, right? What is the strong point of Frankfurt? What should Barca be aware of? Frankfurt, they have a good defense, right? लास्ट थ्री मैचेस उनके ड्रॉज हुए, उसमें से दो नील नील था, और उसमें से एक मैच था अगेंस्ट लाइप्सिग, एंड वी नो लाइप्सिग की अटैक is one of the most sought after attacks in Europe, right? When it comes to Europa League, especially. So Frankfurt having that defense helps, but I think against Real Betis is what they met in the last round, that is in the round of 16 in the Europa League. They just about scraped through. They got, I think, a winner in extra time. That was actually in extra time an equalizer in the second leg, और वो था an own goal created by Filip Kostic. So Filip Kostic is the man to watch. Now he is a Serbian, the left winger for Frankfurt. I think you can almost say कि it's a one man attack. You know, Filip Kostic से opening आती है. He is the person that they give him the ball and he kind of creates for me. He kind of drifts inside also. तो वो थोड़ा midfield में भी आता है, but he starts off as a left winger, right? So he is the person for you. He creates a lot of chances for Frankfurt. Having said that, they are, I know, on a 6-game unbeaten run in all competitions, but last 7 matches में खाली एक ही win मिली है Frankfurt को. Well, that is like not a great stat, especially at home. Last 7 home matches में they have just won once. So that is the problem for Frankfurt. So Barcelona, they have definitely a great chance, and they're yet to suffer a single defeat in this season's Europa League. So again, Barcelona, they have to be careful. They cannot take it easy at all. Galatasaray के साथ हम देखे थे फर्स्ट लेग में, they kind of, you can say, थोड़ा easy ले लिया. I don't know, इतना एनर्जी नहीं था comparatively, और फिनिशिंग नहीं था, आप जो भी बोलो, लेकिन हाँ, they cannot afford that this time around, क्योंकि you never know in the second leg, right? I know first leg Germany में है, and I think comment भी आया था, बहुत ही अच्छा comment, if I'm not wrong, हार्दिक ने किया था क्या comment? It's about Barcelona in Germany. So that is a clear thing that I think they haven't done too well in Germany. Barcelona has just won once in the last 6 games in Germany. Now that is a reality check for Barcelona fans. तो इसलिए मैं बोलता हूँ यार, फर्स्ट लेग काफी इंपॉर्टेंट है. अगर बार्सिलोना जीतती है, दैट विल गिव देम ग्रेट कॉन्फिडेंस. नॉट दैट दे डोंट हैव ग्रेट फॉर्म चल रहा है उनका, लेकिन दे नीड टू डेफिनेटली गो. एंड बाय द वे यार, हम क्वेश्चंस पर आएंगे अभिलाष, सर्टेनली. आई एम गोइंग टू स्टार्ट द क्वेश्चंस. Okay, interesting. Nagelsmann or players he'd like to have Mbappe, of course, and Frankie de Jong is a very good player, but they go beyond limits of our possibilities. Yes, that's true. I think same thing. I think Klopp has said about Haaland. Klopp clearly बोला है कि यार वो Haaland तो absolutely not a given. लेकिन हाँ, Mbappe, I don't know, Liverpool, anyone. I don't see it happening. लेकिन you never know. That's funny. Frankie de Jong as well. Like, he's doing well यार. अब बारसा का हो गया proper. एटलेटिको मैड्रिड को जीतने चांसेस मिल गए थे सेकंड हाफ में. उन्होंने एक्सपेक्ट नहीं किया होगा. दे वर जस्ट देयर टू डिफेंड काइंड ऑफ. और बेचारा फेलिक्स वाज superb. He was superb. He kind of reminded me of Kaka in one of the moves. I don't know, you were there, I think, Hardik, I don't know if you're there in the watch along, लेकिन काफी अच्छा लगा मुझे. फेलिक्स का परफॉर्मेंस वाज रियली गुड. इट्स जस्ट दैट वो काफी अकेला पड़ गया था, राइट? दैट्स व्हाट यू कैन से. Yesterday we discovered Simeone block. Absolutely. By the way, everyone, over 30 people watching. I hope everyone is given a thumbs up and of course subscribed. And you would like to subscribe and then comment. We can discuss also. That will be great. Always helps, right? And thanks for everyone who's tuned in. Don't worry, City will be defeated. This is just okay. Let's see. I don't know the way. I'm kind of thinking that City he jeetegi, but again I might be wrong. And like we are already discussing about the Barca match now. Barca, 13 games unbeaten for Barcelona in all tournaments. 8 of their last 9 ending in victory. Wow, that is some form. I think Europe में, I think one of the form teams Barca है. And in terms of injuries, I think they're getting better, certainly. लेकिन problem अभी होने वाली है कि इस game में against Frankfurt they don't have Serginho Dest, और in Europa League we know that Dani Alves is not registered. तो अनफॉर्चुनेटली अराहो जो कॉन्ट्रैक्ट एक्सटेंशन किया, हम जस्ट बात किए थे, ही माइट बी मूव टू राइट बैक. आई डोंट नो व्हाट टू से देयर. अराहो टू राइट बैक, एंड दैट्स वेयर यू माइट हैव एरिक गार्सिया प्लेइंग. Again, I'm going to share एक 11. Again, people, Barca fans especially, do tell. Again, I'll come to the other comments for sure. लेकिन अभी Barca discuss करें तो people, neutrals and Barca fans alike, आप बोलिए, what do you think? Like for Europa League, should they experiment? I know few websites बोल रहे थे कि Adama Traore will be starting, लेकिन नहीं भाई. मेरे लिए, I think the first leg बहुत crucial है. It's extremely important they get a good start because they cannot take it easy. Galatasaray के साथ, yes, Pedri, Mr. Pedri, the Pedri was there, but who knows? Who knows what will happen, right? Second leg, you don't want to wait till then. So first leg में आप ले जाओ. Or this is the 11. I think it's a very strong 11 that I'm playing. Eric Garcia, थोड़ा सा बोलोगे question mark, but come on, it's Frankfurt. I think he should be good with Philip Kostic being on the left-hand side of Frankfurt. Drifting in, I think De Jong, PK or Araujo will do the job. So I think this is a good team. Again, comment kariye, what do you think about this 11? And comment any changes if you would like to, right? For Barca, considering, their La Liga, thoda sa chance hai anyone for La Liga, I don't know. Lekin considering that maybe thoda sa rotation ho, but I don't see that, especially because Serginho Dest is injured, and of course Dani Alves is not available. But again, I think Ansu Fati did train. Again, correct me if I'm wrong. Ansu Fati has trained, but I don't think वो match fit है. तो शायद ही शुरू करेंगे. Maybe he's on the bench, so that will be great news for Barca fans. But Samuel Umtiti, he's not there. सब लोग बोलेंगे blessing in disguise. Sergio Roberto, he's not recovered. Luke De Goat, अभी तक I think COVID positive है, if I'm not wrong. So I think he'll not be available. So I think that's about it. I think other than that, sub available है. And the good part is no one is on a suspension. No one is on a yellow. So Barca can go, proper strength, I would say. So I don't know. What do you think? I'll come back to the comments now and get in your predictions. Frankfurt versus Barca. First leg की पहले बात कर लेंगे. What is it? And again, हम detail में बात करेंगे when Sadiq bhai joins as well. लेकिन अभी के लिए, I think this is what I wanted to share about the Barca match because a lot of people are waiting here. Okay, here second leg, Ruben Diaz, Cancelo will be back also, but Carrasco will be back. Carrasco will be back for Atletico. Remember, Diaz was on fire. Well, Diaz, bhai, I envy Liverpool. I envy Liverpool big time. He is one of those forwards who really entices me, man. That's awesome at Diaz. I really like those people who really take the man on, right? As in again, Hudson Odoi, हम चाहते थे, लेकिन he's nowhere close. Diaz is Superman. And वो direct है, he's very direct. That's a good part about it. Villarreal is buying your prediction. Okay, I have already made the prediction, I think, in the big preview, but I think, as I said, Bayern will take this game. Villarreal, yes, against Juventus. They were kind of lucky in the first half because Juventus missed chances towards the second leg. Lekin, I think they did very well. So I cannot undermine. I think Danjuma is one of them who's in form, and I don't know if Moreno is fit to start, but for me, Villarreal may just score that one goal because of Bayern की high line, but I think Bayern will take it easy, man. As in they'll take it, what, 3-4 goal मार देंगे. So it'll be like about 4-1. मैं बोल रहा हूँ Villarreal Bayern. Maybe 3-1. चलो away game है तो 3-1 जाऊंगा Bayern के लिए. But again, I think Bayern, yeah, it's a quarterfinal. They will not take it easy. They were lucky, आप बोलोगे, against Salzburg in the first leg. लेकिन I think this time वो lesson, definitely learn कर दिए. Well, Newcastle United Ultra, I am AC Milan fan. Okay, but I live in Newcastle. Okay, it's my hometown now. Okay, I am working as a professor and work in R&D. I feel like we are from same generation. Due Kaka connection. Okay, fair enough. Newcastle United Ultra, good, certainly. Do DM me again, people. My socials are below. In case आप follow नहीं करते मुझे Instagram में, मुझे Twitter में, we are trying to get more active, so it'll help. And certainly हमारे बहुत updates वहाँ पर आते, तो everyone, it's just Almighty Blues FC, Almighty space Blues space FC, आपको मिल जाएगा. Even on Facebook, in fact, मैं हूँ, तो check out Ankit Rana on Facebook. My links are below, right? अंकित भाई, इतना डिटेल डिस्क्रिप्शन फॉर द वीडियो, इतना अगर मैं 12 बोर्ड में लिख देता तो टॉप कर जाता भाई. कॉपी पेस्ट है अरे तरह मैं एक बार जो करता ना कॉपी पेस्ट है, बाकी जो चेंज करता है वो डिपेंडिंग ऑन द मैचेस जो भी करते हैं, बट बाकी कॉपी पेस्ट है. द आइडिया इज यार, आई थिंक मोर इन्फॉर्मेशन इज ऑलवेज बेटर देन लेस इन्फॉर्मेशन. वो मेरा लॉजिक है फंडा लाइफ में. और अगर आपको है मतलब स्पेस तो यार कॉपी पेस्ट करो, डाल दो बस. मैं तो इतना करता हूँ. लेकिन हाँ, if you feel it's too much, I can reduce the information. That's up to you guys as well. Salah lost his confidence due to AFCON and World Cup matches. पता नहीं यार, AFCON के बाद एक match I think he did well. So it's about that as well, you would say. I think it's more about just the fitness. I think it's fatigue. आप बोलोगे maybe क्योंकि इतना travel भी हुआ है उसके लिए, right? Which is not something that you would have been used to in the last 2 years, right? Well, Mark, nice to have you always. And again, people joining, please like the stream, take the poll, and I'm hoping each one of you is subscribed. We will be talking more about Europa League, Conference League, and of course Champions League towards the end. Again, Diaz is a bowler. He made your Reece James forget how to defend in Carabao Cup. Well, Carabao Cup, I think it was different because Reece James was coming back from an injury. Plus the fact that I think it was Chaloba. Chaloba, I think I agree, Jonak, about Chaloba. He couldn't handle Luis Diaz. I buy that point, but I will not say otherwise. I think Joao Felix playing Atletico Madrid is not good. He wastes time there. What do you think? 100% Srimati, 100%. Joao Felix needs maybe I would say a Man City even, right? That is what his level is. He can मेरे ख्याल से कर सकता है. Joao Felix, मैं बोलूंगा like he's a mix of Kaka and Havertz. I don't know if people who watched Kaka and Havertz, of course you watched. Like he's a mix or he's a cross between the two. Not a mix. He's a cross between the two. That's what I would say. लेकिन हाँ, brilliant player, ability है, and I think pace भी है उसके पास. It's just that वो because he's not scored enough goals being in Atletico because of the position जो खेलता है, जो role खेलता है, and Atletico, the team that played, maybe उसकी finishing is something that needs a little bit more work, and that's why he's not starting for Portugal or Bologe. But I think he is the one for the future for sure in terms of big clubs. He'll move. Raul's renewal is great news for all Barca fans. Rudiger's arrival is completely exactly. I don't see Rudiger moving. अभी Christensen भी चले गया तो कहाँ यार Barca what 4 at the back खेलेगी और with all 4 centre backs क्या नहीं लगता मुझे. Rudiger, a player like Rudiger, as much as Raul is brilliant, is one of the best. Like let's be honest. So I think नहीं. Yes, of course, Rahul, that helps. Like कर दो भैया. Exactly. By the way, anyway, anyone who wants to become a mod, do volunteer. We are open to mods as well. It helps, and this is what I think one of the jobs that a mod would do. Hopefully, आप support करोगे मुझे. Absolutely, बोल दीजिए मुझे. Well, signing back for Chelsea, they were looking for Barca double swap. I think it was lazy journalism again that way. It's just that easy, because वो contract situation थी उसकी. Plus, I think Christensen anyway was going. Aspilicueta was potentially going. अभी नहीं जाने वाला. So that was what is happening. It is very easy for the journalist to kind of say, okay, वहाँ एक story बन जाती है. Honestly, इतने सारे swap deals होते नहीं हैं. तो मुझे नहीं लग रहा था कि वो होगा anyway. But again, obviously paper talk तो है. So yes, absolutely. We're waiting for Sadiq bhai. Again, he did mention that he'll be joining in midway. So whenever he joins, of course, he's welcome. And like I always say, there's a lot of information to share. So let's anyway go with it. Christensen will start alongside Araujo. Okay, PK will have to accept secondary role. Wow, Ron, a big call. I disagree. But again, I respect your opinion. Christensen is very, very, very good. He's improved in a back 5, in a back 3. And he was always good in that. Bolo, even Mönchengladbach, he did brilliantly. He was their main playmaker in the back 3. Right? He was center of the back 3, in fact. Lekin in the back 4, consistently वो कभी किया नहीं. And maybe आप बोलो यार चेल्सी में उसको चांस ही नहीं मिला, लेकिन वो जब चांस मिला है उसको बैक 4 में, every second और third game में उसने एक मिस्टेक की है. Right? He has been beaten. So थोड़ा सा I think he lacks a little bit of a pace, but consistency भी. So that's why I'm saying that PK I think is fit enough. I think we read too much into the age thing. मेरे ख्याल से PK start करेगा. हाँ, maybe the second half of the season. I get your point. Absolutely. जब तक वो settle नहीं होता है Barcelona में, maybe he will start on the bench. Going just because it's Barca. Respect to Barca again. मैं comment नहीं करूँगा. Absolutely one of the top clubs ever. But भाई आप Champions of Europe club में हो. So I don't think there was a need, especially when Chelsea में he was a starter. Trust me, Chelsea में he was a starter. चालोबा ने क्यों एक्चुअली उसको रिप्लेस किया है राइट सेंटर बैक? ओनली बिकॉज क्रिश्चियनसन का जो कॉन्ट्रैक्ट सिचुएशन था तब से हुआ है ये बात. लेट्स बी ऑनेस्ट अबाउट इट, राइट? क्रिश्चियनसन वुड हैव स्टार्टेड मोस्ट गेम्स, नॉट चालोबा, राइट सेंटर बैक में. एंड एस्पिलिक्वेटा एनीवे वो ही इज नियरिंग द एंड. तो आई थिंक क्रिश्चियनसन वुड हैव बीन अ स्टार्टर एट चेल्सी. And I actually feel, again, it might be a big call. For me, Christensen is better than Jules Koundé. Jules Koundé, whom Chelsea chase कर रही है last 8-10 महीनों से, Christensen is better than him right now. But Jules Koundé has a better or upper kind of, बोलूंगे ceiling. That's what I would say. Let's see, as in who kind of, improves. But for me, Christensen, he's making a mistake. Let's see what happens in the future. Not that I want him desperately, but just saying. Araujo is a character that every fan could resonate with. He's obviously incredibly talented, but that aside, he's simply so passionate about Barca. leaving is all on the pitch for the badge. Exactly, Rajesh, and that's why I really like Araujo as a player. That's why when he was linked with Chelsea, हाँ paper talk था, लेकिन मैं भी उस story cover कर रहा था because somewhere down the line मुझे चाहिए था वैसे player who kind of plays for the team more than like Christensen की है. Again, I know he's not kind of disappointed on the pitch so much, लेकिन वो एक character चाहिए ना, वो एक राहुल के पास है. Absolutely. I desperately want Mourinho to win Conference League as well. Yeah, and by the way, एक stat I think Sadiq भाई ने share किया था उस दिन, right? That if Mourinho wins the Conference League, I think he will be one of the first to, probably the first, because Conference League पहला साल है, तो the first to have won everything in club football, literally everything. Brilliant, and again he deserves it, simply put, right? But believe in what is the run, and we'll come to that. Just stick on. Thank you, Suraj, by the way. Thank you join करने के लिए. And Kante versus Cruz will be, yes, absolutely. Well, nervous, मैं nervous हूँ अभी. Kante has not been in the form that you expect him to be, so that is why I'm a little bit nervous. But again, हम जानते हैं it's a Champions League night, anything can happen. So I won't count out अभी. लेकिन I am nervous. I'll be very honest about it. Cruz, by the way, also has not been total 100%. So let's see who's going to be better. Okay, which team do you support in La Liga? La Liga, mein just I don't support any club. La Liga, mein I watch as a neutral. That's always been the case. Maybe because I'm a person, as a football fan, as a sports fan, I like story of the underdog. La Liga में problem ये थी ना, बहुत सालों तक, maybe when I started watching really peak football, बहुत सालों तक it was only Barca और Real Madrid. हाँ, recent years में आप बोलोगे Atletico Madrid वापस से आ गई है, लेकिन honestly it's only Barca or Real Madrid. तो कोई, there was no third club to kind of support if I had the option at that point in time. So that's why I never ended up supporting. लेकिन I've liked players. I told Kaka is one of my favorite. When he was even at Real Madrid, I was hoping the best. Robin is my all-time favorite. To be very honest about it, David Beckham. Again, I've not shared this. First time I live share कर रहा हूँ. I was a David Beckham fan. Yes, I was a David Beckham fan. In fact, my first football jersey, and I know मुझे करना है football jerseys per video, and I'm briefly telling you all, my first football jersey was a David Beckham jersey. Believe it or not, a Manchester United David Beckham jersey. Not because I was a Manchester United fan, but because I was a David Beckham fan. I really liked his set pieces, put it that way, and just the character that he was, right, at Manchester United. But as a team, it's always been the underdog, और इसलिए मैं Chelsea को support करता हूँ. AC Milan, it was more about the players, but it was Chelsea all through and through, right? Absolutely. Ankit bhai, Rudiger anyhow joins Barca, which I don't think will happen, but anyway, then Barca will be having Araujo, Piqué, Longley, Garcia, Christensen, Rudiger. Well, वो 11 centre back से खिला दो भाई. Out of these, who will be a preferable pair of centre back? Well, Rudiger जाएगा नहीं आगे first of all, लेकिन अगर जाता है तो obviously they would be having him as a starter. Come on, Rudiger को लोगे आप start नहीं करोगे, हो ही नहीं सकता. But I think इतने सारे centre backs के साथ यार, they will be forced to play 3 in the back. They cannot manage नहीं कर पाएंगे, and that's why you would go with Rudiger, Araujo, and maybe Piqué, all the 3. Yeah, अभी भी मैं Christensen को नहीं pick किया हूँ, गौर करिएगा. As much as I think he's very good, I think he's not a starter compared to Araujo, Piqué, and Rudiger. That's just my opinion. Again, you might think otherwise. Bhaiya, your top 5 number 8 of all time. Okay, the top 5 number 8 of all time. Well, that's a good question. Let me start that. It'll take some time. But okay, number 8 mein, well, I can say that certainly Lampard has to be there. He has to be there. Again, would you say that Gerrard was he a typical number 8? I think he probably wasn't. He was more of a number 6/number 8. But I think वो खेल सकता था number 8 में. Absolutely, he would be a pick for me. Kaka was more like a number 10, but again, I think he has played a number 9. He has played a number 8. So I would go with Kaka as well. Again, आप बोलोगे even Zidane was a number 10, but again he has played from the left hand side as well, like a Lampard has played in certain systems. So मैं Zidane के लिए जाऊंगा. And who else? I think probably one person जिसको इतना नहीं मिलता है. Again, it might be a little old school, and it's a Chelsea thing, right? For me, Ida Gudjohnsen, proper striker था, and one of the best strikers at that time in the Chelsea squad. जब था at his peak था, but when he moved to that attacking midfield role, I think he did a great job. He had a tackle on him as well, and it's just the character that he had. हाँ, ये 5 हो गए भाई मेरे लिए. I don't know, comment करिए आपका भी. भाई फोर्डन ने orgasm दिला दिया. Good for you, daily football. Good for you. But yeah, the substitutions were great. Frankfurt on backs of 3 draws. Well, हमने cover किया already. Arbe, like absolutely. Hello Ankit bhai, आज late हो गया join करने में. No problem. Marathi cooler in the house. Do check him out. Certainly, and I think Sadiq bhai भी late हो गया. I'm pretty sure that Sadiq bhai, ने confirm किया था, but I've just sent him a message again. Let's see. Hopefully यार, because I think it's Ramadan time as well, right? तो मुझे सादिक भाई को ज़्यादा push नहीं करना चाहिए. Hopefully he'll be in any time. Pedri or Foden? For me, Foden. यार दोनों ही. Come on, Pedri is more like a number 8. We're talking of number 8, right? Pedri is a number 8, whereas Foden can play as the number 10 or number 9 as well. तो मैं जाऊँगा Pedri, who can also play as the number 6. So I think Pedri in that position, Foden in the forward position. दोनों को खिला दो यार. Come on. Well, Aritra आएंगे भाई, आएंगे. Unless you're getting bored of me, even I'm here, so I'm hoping everyone is liking that. अगर आप like करें तो please smash that like button. Absolutely. Yes, great point by Michael. Frankfurt's home support is insane. With the crowd being back, I think this is a great game in the making. Just the atmosphere. मैं तो देखना चाहूंगा. और या हम शायद watch along भी करें, by the way, Frankfurt, Barca. So do check that out for an update. And apparently they have insane amount of away fans in Barca. Okay, interesting one that Michael. Thanks for sharing. Barca squad is a universe constantly expanding. हाँ, इतनी बड़ी squad है भाई, इतने सारे injured players है. पता ही नहीं क्या करेंगे ये लोग इतने players का. How will they get rid of so many players? I'm wondering, man. As in, maybe they just have already planned. I don't know. Yes, RCS in the house. Thank you for joining. Comments 32 of 10. Oh wow, मैं actually I was not talking. I was talking to you all. अभी देख रहा हूँ. Comments 56 of 15 हो गया. भाई, great by KKR man. Anyway, we'll come to that. By the way, हम Almighty Blues Cricket में होंगे. और yeah, anyone joining who's not kind of subscribed to Almighty Blues Cricket, please do check it out. Yeah, it's a different channel. Do check it out. The links are always in the description below, but it's just Almighty Blues Cricket. Very easy search, right? We are certainly there. It's very nascent phases, so we would require help from you all. Okay, what is the status of Chelsea ownership? Again, as per reports, Ricketts are sure shot favorite. Lekin the news is that Todd Bowley's consortium are actually flying to London as well, just like Ricketts ने किया था Tuesday को. So looks like it. Todd Bowley and team will be speaking to potentially supporter groups, potentially Chelsea के board. So there will be some amount of selling there happening in terms of क्या उनका plan है and all that. And हमने cover किया था on channel about the 8 commandments, 8 promises, the manifesto agenda that they had the Ricketts family. But again, I don't agree with them. Lekin let's see. But they are looking as favorites. Unfortunately, they take इतना percentage stake उनको मिला versus the Griffin, who's part of that. And I'll be covering that in a separate stream for sure when the update comes next. Which moment made you a fan of AC Milan? Okay, so for me, it was actually just the grit था ना AC Milan का, that winning mentality. So it was, I think, 2002-2003 season. Again, correct me if I'm wrong. Lekin again, it was Del Piero, Shevchenko on either side, or there was a penalty shootout in the Champions League, and AC Milan came through. And it was Kaka. I think for me it was Kaka, because around the same time Kaka उभर के आ रहे थे, right? Kaka, if you remember, in the 2002 World Cup, he actually had 25 minutes. He played only 25 minutes, and that showed what a player he'll be. The moment he came, the kind of chemistry he had with Shevchenko was fantastic. And I actually, one of my favorite right backs of all time, जैसे मैंने बोला पहले भी, was Cafu. Cafu was brilliant. Maldini, Cafu, that kind of team with Seedorf. I was also a Dutch fan, so Seedorf being there helped. So that was a combination of AC Milan. And yes, back in the day, of course, they said Van Basten, what Shevchenko became, that was what style of play was. I kind of like that style as well. And it's just a winning mentality. To be honest, they had it. AC Milan ki thi, no matter what, they would go for the win. And that's something that I loved about AC Milan. Okay, let me just quickly check if I have any messages from Sadiq bhai. Okay, no. I think probably he's in his prayers. Let me not disturb him. But anyway, Dembele ko lao, agla saal he's back in touch. Well, I think Dembele is playing for a move. There might be one kind of thing. But again, aap bologe, Aubameyang and Dembele are kind of working well together, right? That might be, the reality. Who knows what is the reality? But I think he starts for me. That's why manager starting 11 dikha, he starts on form. Barca will go back to back three as Frankfurt plays back three. Alba will invert. Chandan, why would you want to do that? when you are actually playing really well, very good football? Why would you want to change right now? मैं नहीं करूंगा. But again, it's your thought. Absolutely, I respect that. Fair enough. Let's see. Yes, absolutely. Kaka, Chandan does. By the way, Shevchenko भी है. Shevchenko की jersey नहीं है मेरे पास. I was equally a big fan of Shevchenko also, to be very honest. Like, Shevchenko moving to Chelsea was one of my favorite moments as a Chelsea fan. I am putting it out there. Unfortunately, it did not work out, but for me, it was one of my favorite moments because I already like Shevchenko so much, and I just like him. I wanted Kaka also to follow. बहुत बहुत बार हुआ था Kaka link, लेकिन unfortunately वो Real Madrid गया last. Anyway, let's see. Does Xavi play back three? Yes, he has played. I think it was in Champions League match. उसने try तो किया था, and again, like Sadiq bhai always shares, Barca anyway play with a back three when they are kind of with the ball, right? So that they are having one person to join the attacking midfield on the right hand side. Like Dani Alves is more capable because उनकी legs नहीं है अभी to track back as much. लेकिन I think why change? Why change what's not broke, right? Simply put, right? So Barca will go back now again. That I've already read. Well, if Sadiq doesn't join, would love to join a discussion about Conference League. Okay, let's actually have the link sent to Michael. Michael, I thought you would be streaming as well, brother. That's why I did not send it. To be very honest, I thought it's the Conference League in Champions League night. So I thought Michael would be busy. So let me actually send to Michael as well, people. And you all know Michael for sure now, right? By now, he's been on the channel many a times. Do check out Michael Talks Football. Meanwhile, people, just the press of a button again, just like Almighty Blues. Okay, Michael, sorry if I'm late, but I've actually sent a link to you. If you can join, it will be fantastic because Sadiq bhai might be in his prayers, so I don't want to kind of ping him too much. But anyway, yeah, I have a lot of content to talk about, so Michael will certainly add to that, knowing him, right? So, okay, Puneet says 3-1. Okay, would love to see Michael, absolutely. Hey, Ankit bhai, thank you, Rene, for joining. And yes, big night coming up for Leicester. What do you think about Leicester? They have a tough one against Lyon, I feel. It's a tough one for me. And we'll be talking about it for sure. Sorry, against PSV, right? They have a tough one against PSV. West Ham are playing Lyon, sorry. But yeah, PSV, one of the form teams as well in the Dutch Eredivisie. So they'll be a tough one to crack. I thought he was a fan of the club, and I was happy because there are not many fans out there. Well, Justin, I am a fan of the club. I'm not saying no. Lekin you cannot kind of equally kind of be fans of two clubs at the same time. I hope you know what I'm saying. I'm crazy about Chelsea. I can die for Chelsea. It's not as much for Milan. Yes, absolutely. When it comes to Serie A, for me, I would badly want Milan to win. Absolutely. So that's how I like Milan, but it's not like it's the end of the world for me. For Chelsea, it's actually that way for me. What difference है थोड़ा. I'm here, dude. Okay, Adway is here, absolutely. And I know Adway, हमने बात भी की इस बारे में. Vansh, hello, join करने के लिए. That fourth jersey AC Milan was horrendous. See, that is why I'm kind of wearing white, and you can see Kaka jersey in the back, Michael. I don't know what to say. AC Milan, man. As in, who designed that? As in, total lazy stuff, man. As in, whoever designed that. It is crazy, right? Barca's level is now way upper than Europa's standard. What's your take on that? I agree, but again, Europa League, there are a lot of good teams. So आप ऐसे नहीं बोल सकते कि it's above Europa standard because trust me, the fixtures that we're talking about, we have as in obviously Frankfurt and Barca, but West Ham, we have Lyon, Leipzig, Atlanta, there are a lot of good teams out there. Okay, here we have Michael in the house. Hey, Michael, buddy, how are you?
Good. Yourself? Big night for you.
Yes, absolutely big night. I thought, it's better not to speak much about Chelsea because as it is, I'm so nervous about Chelsea tonight. So I'm like, okay, let me talk about the rest of the clubs and have some fun, right? But absolutely needed.
Exactly.
But thanks for coming on, man. I know it was a short notice, but yeah, helps certainly. I think Sadiq bhai is probably busy in his prayers, so I don't want to kind of ping him too much.
Yeah.
But yes, it is kind of big. I know Barcelona to the next stage potentially that we already spoke about. What do you think will be the difference maker in Frankfurt, Barcelona? Like any danger that you're seeing from Frankfurt apart from Kostic?
No, not really. They've been struggling a lot in the last couple of months to score any goals. I mean, they signed Borja from River Plate off last summer, I think, and he hasn't really been the impact because obviously Andre Silva was there last year and he was scoring all of their goals, and they haven't really found a replacement for him. And they're just trying their five in the back formation with Knuff from Dortmund. He's on loan at Frankfurt now for the rest of the season, so he plays as right wing back. Kostic is the left wing back. but they can't score any goals. Defensively, they've been very, very strong all season long, but they've been also inconsistent all season. So, I mean, it is going to be a very hostile environment for Barcelona, but I mean, that Galatasaray match was, I've never seen a crowd like that. The noise, I don't think many of the players could hear each other with how much boos were going on. So, yeah, I quite like this matchup, but to be honest, this should be Barcelona all day. Barcelona should win this competition with the way they're playing.
Yeah, and absolutely, especially what happened against Galatasaray, I think in that first leg as well as second leg, the beginning few minutes, they would have learned a lesson. I'm pretty sure they'll go all guns blazing and play their first team, right? No point about experimenting at all, right? So I'm pretty sure on that. But I think the interesting part is West Ham. Obviously, they beat as in Sevilla, the Sevilla, who are probably Europa League, kind of team always, right? So that would have been a great confidence booster. They got a good win at the weekend as well. Now they are playing Lyon. Now, as in, what do you think about that? As in, Lyon are what? If I'm not wrong, even they are what, ninth in Ligue 1, so they are not doing well either, right? But what are you seeing there?
Oof, this is a 50-50 one because West Ham, they've been playing really well this season. And with pretty much playing their starting 11 every single game, Thursday night, Sunday night, Thursday night, Sunday night, you have to admire what David Moyes is doing with this squad that really should not be competing on both fronts. And hey, they're still in a top 4 race. They're not far behind Arsenal or Tottenham. So big up to the Hammers. It is going to be a tough match against Lyon, who, as we know, they have quality. But, I mean, you can't trust Lyon either. They'll go a couple games losing, then they'll win, then they'll draw. Then they'll play amazing away to Porto, and then they'll lose at home to Lorient. I don't know what to say about Lyon, but Lucas Paqueta, Arwar, obviously Moussa Dembele, Boateng is still there. Anthony Lopez, the goalkeeper, hasn't had the greatest season. So I think it is vital for West Ham to win the home game by 2 goals. I think that's the most important thing for them. If they don't, it is going to be tough to go away to Lyon.
Yep, I think that's a good one for sure. But I think, yeah, as in Lyon have that knack of getting that odd goal, right? Because against, I think it was Porto. I think it was Paqueta and Dembele, as in those kind of players are like they have that strength and pace in them. So I think they can easily beat West Ham. So I think they have to be careful with that for sure. But again, I think Lyon have yet to be winning. I think in London they have yet to win in 3 previous games. So that's one thing that they need to watch out for. And I think in UEFA competitions they've done brilliant, especially away. So West Ham have something to play for. So are you actually seeing a Barca West Ham semi?
Yep, that's what I predicted.
Oh,
I think it's going to happen, and that'll be awesome to see Barcelona play in the London Olympic Stadium. I think that's going to be an awesome sight to see.
Yep, absolutely. Big up to 8744. People do check out 8744 as well. Again, a Barca fan. He'll be looking forward to the games, I'm sure, tomorrow. But that's something that I'm sure. I think one team I'm pretty sure, Michael is like very excited about is obviously the Norwegian side. As in Bodo is like, I don't know, man. It's like the story of the season, you can say, easily.
I'll give you a couple storylines about Bodo. 5 years ago, they were in the Norwegian 2nd division. And it is an amazing story to pretty much put it. People would say, oh, they just have money, oil money, this sort of stuff. They have 50% of their squad is, I think, academy players. They just recruit all these lower league Norwegian players, and their manager, he's a god pretty much there now in Bodo. I actually talked to a couple of Bodo fans because they actually messaged me after I did a video about them, and they said, oh, here's some more information about us. And look, Roma went to Bodo and got smacked 6-1. And Jose was in his, sweater or something like that. It is going to be -8 tomorrow in Bodo. So that's going to be a nice reality check to Roma when they have the nice weather there. They go up to the Arctic Circle. They see the nice, beautiful northern lights. And then they go to the pitch on a frozen tundra, artificial turf. It is horrible to play in. It's horrible. I mean, absolutely horrible to play on artificial turf when it's cold. So I do like the chances for Bodo. They have won every single home game so far in the Conference League. I think they're the best story in Europe at the moment. Just the way, it's not that they just sit back and defend and just hit teams on the counterattack. They actually play some, as their captain puts it, kamikaze football. They actually play a very high intense pressing style of football. I have to give it to them. I mean, It's unbelievable. I hope they win. I hope they win this competition. I think it would be one of the great stories in football that we have seen in the last couple of decades. It is going to be tough with the way Tammy Abraham is playing, though. I mean, Tammy, maybe should have stayed at Chelsea. Maybe should have stayed at Chelsea.
Come on, I'm not in that train, to be honest. It's good for him. I'm really happy for him. But unfortunately, just the way he plays, right? It didn't suit the Chelsea style.
It doesn't.
He needs people to supply, and he's like that fox in the box kind of a player, and we cannot afford that the way we play under Tuchel. Maybe as in Jose Mourinho is probably the right manager for him. Like that's what probably he plays the style of football. So for me, it's perfect. It's kind of good marriage happening. But yeah, this story, man. Again, Louis van Gaal. We spoke the other day. Koeman coming out and actually saying that he's going to be the manager after the World Cup. It's been confirmed by Koeman himself, I believe. Your thoughts?
I mean, he did pretty well with the Dutch national team. Ankit, he actually did pretty well.
Yeah, but as a manager, I still have my doubts, man. I don't know.
I feel like he has a good relationship, though, with Van Dijk, Memphis Depay, Frankie de Jong. So I think they wanted to bring that back to as a club manager. No club should hire him. Except for Southampton. That's it. That's the only club that can hire Ronald Koeman. But you know what? Yeah. He did well with the Dutch national team, so I'll reserve my thoughts about him because at Barcelona, I mean, that's a whole different story.
Absolutely. So I think, again, coming back to the Europa League again, I think the game that I'm looking forward to be very honest about it, as neutral, is Leipzig versus Atalanta. I think that's probably the game most difficult to call. And I'll tell you why. Because I think, if I'm not wrong, it's just that the record that they're having. I think Leipzig can score for fun. Incl, man, as in 30 goals in all competitions is what is closing in on. Like, imagine, like, this is not even a proper striker. And they have him. But at the same time, Atlanta, we know that, they have the players, man. Malinowski. I know Luis Muriel hasn't really been in form in the Serie A. I'm not too sure if he'll start, but ex-Chelsea man, Jeremy Boga. He got I think, winner also, I think, last time around, right? So he's one to watch. Zappacosta, man, he's actually doing the job at Atlanta. As in, he's actually, if I'm not wrong, in European games, they're playing him ahead of Mile at times. So, as in, where do you see this game won or lost? Like, again, it's very close to call, but what's the...
It is very close one to call. I mean, the Leipzig are on fire. I think they've only lost one game in 2022, and that was against, obviously, the Bayern Munich. And I mean, the way they destroyed Dortmund over the weekend, that's easy to do to Dortmund nowadays because of the poor defensive they are, but that's a story for another day.
Yep.
I think this game is going to be won or lost in the midfield because both teams, they play 5 in the back formation. So they'll, with the wing back sort of style of play. But in the midfield, I feel Leipzig are much actually. Give me a second, Ankit. I got.
Sure. No problem. So while Michael's back, I'll just take a few comments as well while we continue this conversation on Atalanta and Leipzig. Most of them are through to UEFA Champions League next season. Guys, Italy isn't the best league anymore. How many strikers have come from there to Premier League and done well? Not many. So otherwise, I would say there are a lot of midfielders from Italy that I would love to take, as in, again, it's not Italy the league, I know, but it's just that the way that they have, like, if you remember Locatelli, he came out of obviously the Euros. People got to know that, hey, there's someone called Locatelli. Not many of them, really followed so closely. So there are a lot of midfielders out there. I know Pessina is one, talking about Atalanta. There's another person that maybe, just moved to the bigger league. So they have still quite a few people out there in Italy. And again, defenders also, I think they have Bastoni. So there are a lot of people out there. But again, it's individual quality and not really, the teams are not really, getting to that next level. But I think Atalanta might just surprise Leipzig for me. Again, like, just to kind of, share something. Now, I know at Atalanta, they eliminated German third-place side Bayer Leverkusen in the last round, right? I know Boga got the winner, like I said. But again, 11 goals struck by Atalanta in their 5 games away in Europe this season. Now, that's something that, we should be, aware of as well. Okay, Michael is back. Michael, welcome back. Okay, lineups are out. Okay, maybe we should look at it quickly. Oh my God, I'm already nervous, man. I haven't been this nervous for a while. Trust me, you probably sense it, right? It's this first leg, being at home, and second leg at Bernabeu. That's kind of itching me from the time the draw is out, right?
You have to win tonight. You have to win tonight.
That is the thing, because we got that awesome result over the weekend. right? Because of that, I feel we might be a little bit more circumspect than what we should have. We would
Yeah,
have,
but
right? I
didn't
really
this
think so.
happen? Didn't this happen last season when you guys lost to West Brom 5-2,
Oh
and then you
yes,
came
oh
back?
yes.
Yeah,
But that was Porto. Come on, here we're talking about Real Madrid.
yeah, but I mean, to be honest, Real Madrid were outplayed for 3 halves against PSG, and it just took
Yeah, yeah. They
same
took
old
their
PSG
chances in
just to
second half,
collapse
especially.
every single time. All
Absolutely
right.
true that. Okay, so Mendy, Christensen, Thiago Silva, Rudiger, Jorginho, Kante, Mount. Okay, so I think he's going with 3-5-2
Yep.
potentially. Oh my God, Aspilicueta on the left hand side. What has he done, man?
Yeah,
What
but
has he done, man? Imagine, and Real Madrid on the right hand side, Carvajal, okay, Valverde. So Valverde against Aspilicueta, not even as in contest, man.
yeah, but Valverde's on the right winger. So what is Ancelotti thinking? He's going to play 4-4-2 basically. Then
Oh yeah, he's
he's
a pseudo winger, so he's probably like playing like an inside, kind of number 8, right? As in that's what he would be. He would not be like a real winger, but
yeah.
that's the thing, right? Aspilicueta, yeah, he's not a proper wing back, especially left back. But at the same time, now he needs to be careful on both the sides because you have Carvajal on one side and then inside, forward in Valverde. So I think he doesn't have the legs to do that. As much as he's been great as a left back in the past, but I think he's not a left wing back because I think that requires much more athleticism, compared to what you are when you're a left back.
Wait, is
Uh,
Pulisic starting?
yeah, I'm just trying to get up the team. So Pulisic and Havertz start up top. Let me actually get up a better kind of a team here. 1 second.
Remember what Pulisic did last season to Real Madrid?
Oh yeah,
First leg.
absolutely.
Ooh.
In fact, he reminded of Thibaut Courtois, what he probably should have done. But anyway, I mean that's a debate for another day. But absolutely, here I'll put this lineup on the screen. Just give me a second, people. But again, people, what do you think about this lineup? Tell me because I am for sure already nervous, and I've become more nervous after seeing this. Uh, oh my God! Let me maximize the Chelsea lineup first. So we have what? Rudiger and Aspilicueta on the left-hand side. So Rudiger, I'm assuming, is going to be there protecting Aspilicueta to some extent. Reece James, the positive is Reece James is back. Christensen is playing right centre back. A little bit surprised, I must say, but again, it's a big game. He probably was expecting as well. But Kovacic not starting. Michael, aren't you surprised? Because he's been probably our main midfielder this season, right?
I would agree. I don't know why Jorginho's there. I don't understand. You know my thoughts about Jorginho, but Kovacic, why you need someone? Obviously, Jorginho can pass forward and move the ball forward, but Kovacic is just, I feel like, a very underrated midfielder, and it is key for you guys that N'Golo Kante has to have a big game, because I know in the last couple of weeks he hasn't been the same Kante as we've known. So he's gonna have to have a big night, because last season he was excellent. So if Conte plays well, I think Chelsea will win. If he doesn't and he allows Modric to dictate play and Valverde, I mean, it's not. I don't think it's going to be, because last season in the Stamford Bridge in the second leg, I thought you guys were by far the better team. By far, I think you completely.
We should have ended the tie far as in ahead of time. I don't know why we didn't do that, but as in the good part is Werner is not there starting at least. That's what I would say. I'm just being honest, but yeah, as in. Again, Pulisic, Havertz, not a bad front two. It kind of reminds me of the game we had against Liverpool in the Carabao Cup. But I think it's not a bad front two. And again, Mount is probably going to be tucking back. That's what I'm assuming to kind of protect Jorginho out there. So Jorginho, Mount, and Kante, kind of the middle three. But Real Madrid, you check out the formation, right? Again, no surprises there. But again, Valverde is probably the only person. But again, they didn't have really a right winger who's kind of commanded that position, right? So would you have gone Asensio, considering that Chelsea are on the back foot after Brentford? No?
Oh, Asensio? Heck no. He's just a long shot merchant. He was terrible against PSG. I mean, absolutely terrible. He's just a long shot merchant, is Asensio. Why not give Rodrigo a try? But I guess he kind of just goes save. Do you think Ancelotti is going to go back to being so defensive as he was in the first leg against PSG? Because I feel like if he does those tactics again, could be to his detriment. Do you think Ancelotti is going to come with that same sort of philosophy?
Yeah, as in, see, knowing Ancelotti, he doesn't have to change much as well, right? But I think there will be a point here. Here it's literally what options did he have? Among them, this is what the option that he went for, the safer option, and that's what Ancelotti does. Like again, if I was Ancelotti, I would have actually spoken to Bale and told them these are Champions League nights. You've done that for Wales. Do it for 2 nights, and he probably would have turned up if he would have been spoken properly. That's what I feel. Again, I think he should do what he's supposed to do. He's getting paid. But again, Ancelotti goes for the safer option. He will not take the risk. He saw once he took the risk and he saw what happened with Barcelona in the El Clasico, right? So he's not going to do that again. So I can see him changing, but up until that point, he's there in the game. I don't see him changing. So I think he'll just. I think considering it's an away game for him, a good result will be a draw. I think that's a great result for Madrid, if I'm not wrong, right? And then they would go back and then probably, hope that by then maybe Rodrigo commands his position much more over the weekend and then comes back at the right wing and maybe he'll attack. I don't know. Quite possible. Okay, is Mike a Roma fan? Mike, take that.
Nope. I'm not really any Serie A club fan. I love the league. I used to love it back in the day in the early 2000s. I thought, Batistuta. When I watched Batistuta play, I was like, wow, this guy is a player. But no, I don't really have a team in Serie A. But to be honest, if either Napoli or AC Milan win it this season, I'm a very happy man. Although I said in the chat that those 4 kits that AC Milan wore over the weekend were absolutely horrendous. I don't know what they're thinking.
Don't remind me of that game, Michael. As in, trust me, man. As in, it's an AC Milan thing in recent years. I don't know. That's just what they are. For whatever reason, I have no idea. It's a confidence thing as well. And it's the management, because they have changed things in the backroom staff and management, but still that thinking about, going that extra mile when it's needed. When you are actually in the box seat, they don't do that. I don't get it.
I think AC Milan desperately need a right winger. That's what they're missing. Desperately a right winger. And I'm not too sure about Diaz. He was good at the start of the season, but he's kind of faded away in the middle part and the later part of this season. So I think maybe a new number 10 would work too.
I think Brahim Diaz, he's still too young, right? As in, he'll probably get there. I think he'll get there. But yeah, you're right, probably. But I am really, very, very, impressed with Liao, man. Liao has really grown. So I think they're good on one flank, but I think you're right. On the other flank, they probably need someone. Of course, Çalhanoğlu moving wasn't a great kind of thing happening to them. He could have kind of covered that spot at some point. But again, Incl, where do you see him moving, man?
I have no clue, to be honest. Where can he go? I mean, if Man City get him, oh God. I hope he comes to Liverpool, but I know we won't pay that sort of money to Leipzig for Incl. I actually don't know where he could go. I generally don't think so. I don't know. Would he go back to PSG? Obviously, he's an academy player from there. Yeah. Nice job, PSG.
He was let go in not a very great manner. So that is something that
similar to
Tuchel, under Tuchel itself, right?
Yeah. I don't know if it was under Tuchel. It might have been actually, but
I think
same thing with Moussa Diaby as well from PSG to Bayer Leverkusen, let go for some odd reason. So I don't know. Where would you see him going?
Yeah, I think PSG would have been a good fit just in terms of the fit, but again, it depends a lot on the situation of course, Messi and Mbappe is probably moving. But I think the position he plays, for me, I won't be surprised. Again, there are stories of Gnabry moving from Bayern Munich, so I can also see him step up and go to Bayern Munich.
No,
it happens a lot, right, in Germany.
I know. It's a travesty, in my opinion. But hey, I mean, Bayern is the best team, and they're going to win 10 straight Bundesligas. 10 straight.
Yeah, exactly.
Come on.
Absolutely.
It's a shame.
Okay, so let me just quickly, cover the other games as well. So again, what's your call? Atalanta away to Leipzig. What do you call it? Again, people in the chat, do put in your comments. Leipzig was Atalanta. Again, like I did read out about away record of Atalanta. It was scoring goals is brilliant. But again, Leipzig, they have a decent record. Yeah, they got a bye, right, against Spartak Moscow.
Yeah.
Why that they have been in the competition and the kind of names that Leipzig have, man. Tyler Adams is one. I think it'll probably be Andre Silva, Nkunku, and Dani Alves. You think the front three?
Yeah, that's usually the front three.
Forsberg to come on, I guess. Probably, right?
And usually super sub, and then Angelino on the left wing back, and I think Mukiele at the right wing back. That's usually how they play when they're attacking. But I think for this game, Atalanta have not been in the greatest form either. I don't know what's happened to Gasperini's side. They've had a lot of injuries, and Ilicic, I think he's out for personal reasons. He's been out for quite a while, so all the best to Ilicic. But Yeah, Zapata and Muriel, they haven't been scoring for fun for Atalanta like they have in the last couple of seasons. So I think Leipzig are going to win this game 3-1, and I think they're going to advance in this tie.
Oh yeah, interesting. I actually called for Atalanta in my previous stream, so I'll stick to that. Atlanta, I think they have it in them. It's just that the Jeremy Boga factor. I have a feeling, but he's actually doing well. To be very honest,
he was a fantastic pickup.
Yeah, even Malinowski, I think he has an extra motivation also to kind of, and he's performing in the European League, right? As in he's done well as well. So, lot of kind of options there. By the way, you're right. Leipzig have accumulated 26 Bundesliga points since the turn of the year, more than any other team in the division. Oh well, that is some stat for you, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a good one. So, looks like so going by your prediction, Leipzig they're going to play whom? Probably Rangers. You would say Rangers should beat Braga again, no?
I don't know. I don't know. They did beat them last time, and Rangers are without Morelos. He's out for the season now, so they're stuck with Roof up top. Yeah, so yeah, I don't know. Giovanni Van Bronckhorst, they haven't been the greatest in the Scottish League, but then when it comes to the European nights, they turn up big time. You know, defeating Red Star Belgrade, Dortmund, obviously, I think beat Sparta Praha at home. So, I mean, the most difficult thing is the first leg is in Braga, and I think for Braga, they have the best, I think, home record in the Europa League this season, so they have to win it, and then do the same thing like they did against Monaco, get a draw away from home. So I actually went, I think, with a 1-1 in this game, but then I think Rangers will take the tie in the second leg.
Interesting. I think if Tavernier kind of is in goal scoring form, who knows, man? As in him and his penalties, man, as in different level. But yeah, I think it's just about the Rangers, the team they are, the way they play. I think Broncos, again, maybe I'm subconsciously biased, but I think his first quarterfinal as a manager in Europe. So hopefully he does well. But yeah, it'll be interesting, I think. But again, if you see both the kind of ties there, you would say either of Leipzig or Atalanta should beat Braga or Rangers, don't you?
Yeah, I think we're destined for a Leipzig-Barcelona final. I think that's going to be 3-4, 4-2 sort of game. I think it's going to be very high scoring. I would love to watch it.
Yeah, absolutely. Perfect. So I think, that makes us for what? As in the tasty semi-final coming up for sure. But moving on to the Conference League, the league which I know Michael kind of loves, and for reasons that I'm sure are quite correct. Because again, I know one team that is probably you'd say that one of the favorites is Roma, but I think you called it, Michael, on the previous stream that PSV are the ones to watch out for. I am a Marco van Incl fan. I would love if that happens, and imagine him kind of taking the trophy. Perfect, but again, Leicester against PSV. Leicester did well against Man United, didn't they?
Yep, and I think Fofana being back is massive. If they didn't have Fofana,
what a performance!
What a performance. And he scored against Rennes as well in the last round of the Conference League. I think Fofana makes the total difference in this side, just because they were, I mean, at one point they had a Martin and Ndidi at the two center backs. I mean, what can you do with those two players at center back? But I would really be worried if I was Leicester. PSV are no joke. Goetze, obviously Gakpo of the Dutch national team. They have a very interesting young right winger from England, Madueke. He's only 19 years old. He got released, I think, from the Tottenham Academy. He's a very dangerous player. And then obviously then the main striker, Zahavi. He's just a goal-scoring machine wherever he plays. China, Israel, the Dutch league. He's a goal-scoring machine. So I would really, because they play a very intense style of football, high pressing, always at you and trying to press in your own half to get the ball back. So if I'm Leicester, I would be worried. I do think PSV are going to win this tie. I generally do think so because the second leg is in Eindhoven. So I actually went with PSV.
Yeah, interesting. And that makes for a tasty semi, man. Roma versus PSV. I know I'm kind of counting out Bodo Glimt. I think you're probably saying that there's an upset there, or you're saying that Roma should win it.
Bodo will win. They're going to win 3-1 at home, and they will get a 1-1 draw away. I think Bodo are going to do it. I'm riding their train. Look, I'm riding the yellow submarine
I did
train.
I did see your tweet. Absolutely. I get that as well, because I think they have been good to watch as well. To be honest, again, I've not watched every minute of every game, but the ones that I've watched, I think they have definitely looked a proper team. So they have it in them. But again, it's the Jose Mourinho thing. I still feel that it's a cup competition and it's history, man. He'll become one of the first to win everything out there, right, at the club. And then obviously Conference League with new, so it's kind of unfair to kind of put him there in that bracket. But I think it's only fair because it's him. I really feel that he'll probably get just over the edge, but it will not be easy. But again, let's actually call it that way. Feyenoord versus Slavia Praha. Now again, Feyenoord, they are third, I think, in Eredivisie right now. Not too bad. So they should take it, right?
Oh, I don't hear anything.
Michael there? Hey, Michael, not able to hear? Okay. So I think there are some audio issues.
Wait, I'll come back.
Okay, perfect. So Michael is coming back while we kind of finish the stream. Jose won't concede 6 again. hopefully, man, Adwe. Stadium entry widened already for bus to enter. Good one, absolutely. Today I'm getting a joke, Adwe. अच्छे jokes मार रहे हो आज. Well, यहाँ पर कुछ और comments थे. Big up to NS Sports TV, Nipun in the house. Do check him out as well, people. Well, you know, Bayern's Liga FC machine. Well, yes, they keep buying absolutely, especially from Bundesliga. Can't see Lampard playing the championship. Oh, yes, we have to discuss that one in a few minutes.
There we go.
Hey, Michael, welcome back. So, this one, man.
Sorry, my phone's going crazy. Sorry about it.
Yeah, I don't know. It's something. Whenever Michael's on the stream, an Everton game is around the corner.
Oh, are they playing today? Oh, it's the Burnley Everton game.
It's the 6-pointer. Burnley.
That's not Everton. A 6-pointer. That's a 100 million pointer.
Oh man! So come on, they should just have enough at least to get a draw. No, but will it be enough? Even that's a question mark.
Wait, is it at Turf Moor?
It's at Turf Moor, yes.
I don't know. I don't know what sort of tactics he's going to do. When you're playing Holgate in the midfield, well, I can't trust you as a manager, but look, they have to win this game because they're. I
have to come in there. You have to say it's unfortunate. I think Patterson, was it the right back that they signed?
Yeah.
He's out for the season, man. As in, imagine that is the luck that Lampard is going through.
And Coleman is terrible.
That's what I'm saying. So they don't have anyone literally to play. So they are like defensively so weak. And I know, I mean, Holgate again, why would you play there? You're absolutely right. But that's the thing. Do they have enough players? I think he was probably forced to some extent, right? Because I think even the youngster, he hasn't been doing well lately. I think Gordon, what's his name, if I'm not wrong?
Yeah, Gordon. He sat on the bench. He was benched. He's been their best player this year, probably.
No, but the recent 2 performances, he wasn't too good. That's what I felt. Like he wasn't. He probably just a fatigue or whatever. He was playing literally
maybe fatigue.
Match. Yeah, he's too young to start every game, man. I feel like. But anyway, let's see. Burnley, again, Burnley more lately, have they impressed so much to you? I think they have also been on a downward spiral, right?
Yeah, I think against Man City, they rested Cornet. So Cornet is going to have a big game today. And I think him plus Weghorst could cause some trouble to Everton's. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what.
Imagine Coleman versus Cornet. Not a contest even.
Oh, God, it's not a contest. The thing is with Everton, defensively, they're just terrible. They're just terrible defensively. They can't defend set pieces. They can't defend corners. They can't defend on the field. They can't defend anywhere. They can't defend their home turf. Do you think they're going to defend at Turf Moor? I don't know. It's a tough one to call. I really don't know who's going to win that game. That's really 50-50.
Man, I'm as nervous for Lampard as I am for Chelsea. It's that, getting that now. It's like, yeah, I really sense that there is something that's got to give. Again, it depends on Burnley more than Everton. I think Burnley is going to drop points for Everton this year because they are not going to win any points.
Yeah, but have you seen Everton's schedule for the rest of the season?
I have. That's what I'm saying. Like they are definitely not going to. They're hardly going to get points.
Yeah,
that's what I'm seeing. So Burnley have to basically really have like a stinker for the next couple of games. Otherwise, I think Everton's gone.
I think they have Everton today, and then on Sunday they have Norwich. So they could really get a valuable points there. They could easily get 6 points this week, and I don't know. That might be enough. That might be enough with the way Everton are going and with the schedule they have.
Yeah, let me just share it quickly. Yeah, you're right, actually, because I think that is probably the difference maker, right, between the two. Like, here it is. So Burnley, Everton, Norwich, West Ham, Southampton, Wolves. Okay, not too bad.
Watford,
right?
Yeah, Aston Villa.
Yeah, Spurs. They can be a Spurs for that day. Who knows, right? So,
yep.
Yeah, again, I would say Burnley have pretty favorable fixtures. And again, people, I did see Everton's fixtures, but just for everyone to see, just to compare, here it is.
Well, United should be easy with the way they're playing.
Yeah,
But still, it's
especially
gonna
the
be
manager
difficult.
thing going on. Is Ten Hag confirmed? By the way, I saw a comment saying that Ten Hag is confirmed. No, right?
He's bound to be their manager, but
Yeah, it's
I don't think
imminent.
he's going to fix their problems. I think it's the board's problems. They've
You
tried
think
so
so?
many different managers. Experienced Mourinho,
I don't know why
experienced
they're
Louis
not
van Gaal.
announcing it. It's kind of weird. They should just announce it right by now. But anyway,
I
check it
think
out.
I think they're respecting Ten Hag because he's still in a battle for the Eredivisie title, so that's why.
Oh, maybe he would have asked it, but I don't know, man. Let's see. As in Lampard, wish him all the best. That's all. Okay. Views on Graham Potter's style of play. I think he does not coach how to finish. Otherwise, it's fine. Everything. I don't think it's a problem at all, right? Let's see as in how he does, right? But again, coming back to the Conference League. So your semi-final pick is going to be. I'm assuming you already called Marseille the other day on the stream. So Marseille, no. Oh, don't
I'm
tell me
going
you
with
changed
PAOK.
it.
I'm going
Oh,
with PAOK.
wow.
No, I've always gone with PAOK. I think they're gonna. I
Okay,
think
okay.
they're gonna win this tie. I
Okay.
I'm going with upsets here. I don't know. I can't trust Marseille because of Sampaoli. The guy is just a
Man,
crazy,
they are
crazy.
second in League One.
Yes, they are second in the league, but PAOK have not lost a game all year, so they're on
Okay.
really good form. And I think with the second leg being at home, it's really crucial for them. And look, I don't think it's going to be very high scoring. It's not going to be entertaining for PAOK's part, but they'll get the job done. I think. Obviously, this is I think my upset of the round is PAOK beating Marseille. But look, Marseille have some good players, but the manager ain't good. That's my only problem with them. I just cannot trust that Argentinian bulldog. Because there's already been a lot of problems with, I think, Guendouzi, Saliba, Payet. They don't like him. Apparently, those are rumors coming out of the dressing room.
Yeah, you know what? I actually forgot. That's how nervous I am about Chelsea game. To be really honest about it, I forgot there's another game, Villarreal Bayern Munich.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that one too.
Yeah, I just let's just quickly. By the way, we are just done with the quarterfinal predictions for Conference League. Here, let's move on
We
to
still had the Feyenoord Slavia Praha, but I'll just quickly say I think Slavia Praha are going to win, and the aggregate scoreline is going to be 6-7.
Oh man, Michael is like, are you serious?
No, I'm serious. They're two high-scoring teams. I think Slavia Praha have averaged 4 goals in every game in the Conference League so far.
Interesting.
4 goals a game. So, and we know Feyenoord, they love to score, and they have an awesome home crowd and the style of play they play. So, yeah, I think it's going to be a crazy matchup between those two teams, and it's actually a rematch. They played against each other in the group stage.
Oh yes, I remember that one. So yeah, let's look forward to that. But yeah, this one is what you're looking at it again. Villarreal 4-3-3, Lo Celso, Moreno, Danjuma, great front three. Coquelin, Kapu, and Parejo. Again, on paper, they can do a job. Pau Torres has been brilliant, at least when it comes to big games, internationally as well as in Europe. Now, Kingsley Coman, okay, Muller, Musiala, Kimmich, Alfonso Davis starting that's actually great to see. What do you think? As in, nothing very surprising, but Upamecano.
No Goretzka and no Sane. Oh, wow.
But yeah.
So he's going with Jamal Musiala. He's going to play very attacking football, it looks like Nagelsmann. He's going to just leave Kimmich as the lone CDM, although, Musiala can play sort of a box-to-box role, but obviously Goretzka's more strong at that sort of position. Yeah, Gnabry instead of Sane. Okay, let's see. I think Sane did not react the greatest, I think, over the weekend to, I want to say it was Gnabry's goal. It was the 4th goal for Bayern. I think he was just frustrated, or that's just probably rumors as well. As we know, football loves to create rumors. To be honest, I could see this being a 1-1, and then when it goes back to Munich, it's 5-0 Bayern. They do this every single time. They give people hope, and then they destroy it.
Well, let's see. I think they would have learned a lesson from Salzburg. I think that's probably one of the reasons why he's going this way, and he wants that, as in the front row, to just go for it. That's my feeling, and I actually kind of expected it, to be very honest. But again, it depends on Bayern Munich. You can just pick and choose anyone. That's the reality of it. The squad is like so rich, and the Nagelsmann, I don't know. As in, he's still yet to get the consistency. But I think after that Salzburg game, I think they would have learned a lesson. I really genuinely feel that they're one of the favorites. It comes down to Liverpool versus Bayern. That's what I'm calling it.
Oh God! Oh, that game is going to be insane. Oh, I'm actually going to dread that. I really am, because if that's the matchup, that attacking front line against our defense, while our defense has been very strong all season, Bayern are different gravy. They're just different with the way they can just attack teams. And Lewandowski, although Lewandowski has been a little bit cold lately, I'm thinking he might drop a hat-trick tonight. That's going to be my bold prediction for tonight.
Okay, interesting. Again, I won't be surprised. Bayern is one of those teams, right? They either score 0-1 goals or just go for it, like score 4 or 5. That's the thing about Bayern, and I think that's quite possible. Villarreal against Juventus, what they did is madness, man. I mean, what was that second leg? Crazy. If they really turn up, they can.
Yeah, I feel like, but in the first half, Juventus actually played a really good game, and they should have taken
the chances.
Yeah, I think they hit the crossbar once or twice, if I'm not mistaken, in the game. So right. I think Villarreal, they kind of not like lucky, but they bide their time and hit them on the counterattack, got the penalties, scored from a corner. So look, Unai Emery, I have massive respect for him. I think he's a good manager, and I think if he had stayed at Arsenal, they would have already been in Champions League football, and not been waiting 6 years now for Champions League football. But that squad just cannot compete with Bayern. But first leg is at home, and the Yellow Submarine always fight strong at home.
Yeah, great call that. But by the way, people, I've just checked it now. Come on, we're just 5 likes away from 100. Let's get to 100 likes. Just 5 likes. Just the press of a button. But do not forget Michael Talks Football. I'm pretty sure most of you watching must have already subscribed. But if you're not, please do it. Michael Talks Football, great content you'll find. And in case you're not subscribed to Almighty Blues FC, again, just take the press of a button. And press that. But I don't know, man. In terms of Chelsea, I have to end on that note. I am saying it like looking at those lineups that we just saw. I'm looking at it being a negative style of play by Chelsea, especially, and that will kind of give us a stalemate. But again, it's not too bad a result if we're getting the clean sheet. But will we get that clean sheet? I'm not too sure. Again, because of Azpilicueta playing on the left-hand side, I feel he might need to change at halftime. Let's see what it does. What's your prediction there?
I really don't know. Obviously, while Chelsea have been winning games, they haven't been impressive. I have to be real. Like, I'm not saying that as like a bitter Liverpool fan, but I generally don't think Chelsea have been overly impressive. Yes, you've got the job done and defensively look strong, but there's just I don't know if it's just the stuff going on with the owners and that sort of thing, but I feel like there's a little bit of disconnection with the players at the moment. Real Madrid have not looked good either recently. They got lucky over the weekend against Celta Vigo. I don't know how much they paid the ref, but I'm going to go 2-1 Chelsea.
Okay, let's go with it. And I'll go with you. I've gone actually 1-0. That's my prediction with the streams that I did this week. But again, it kind of changes every day. And now that I've seen the lineup, I can see it a draw, to be very honest. But I'll obviously take a narrow win.
0-0 or 1-1?
I think both the teams really should be able to score. There should be an opening there, and I think 1-1 is what I'm going with because, like you said, both the teams haven't looked their part. So that's the reason I'm looking at it. But absolutely, it'll be great watch for sure. But looking forward to the second leg more than that. And best part is it's just next week, so we don't have to wait too long. And all the best to you, to Liverpool as well. Great performance last night. And Luis Diaz, man, I really envy you. As in, how did you manage to get him? Thanks to Tottenham, I know.
Thanks, Tottenham. Thank you, Spurs. Big up Spurs for giving us Luis Diaz. Oh, what a player. What an absolute player. I got to say, though, Trent's pass for the second goal was ridiculous. I mean, the way he can just turn and just ping that pass like perfectly onto Diaz's head, and then when he can just lay it off to Mane. Although, I got to say, Benfica were pretty good in the second half, and I knew they were going to come strong, but I think we should have won that game 4 or 5-1. I thought we were super dominant in the first half, and we controlled the game throughout majority of the match. Yes, Benfica had their chances in 15 minutes, but Luis Diaz, he avenged, and he got more vengeance on Benfica, obviously a former Porto player and their big rival. So, yeah, I'm just Sunday. I don't know if I'm going to be able to sleep. I don't know if I'm going to be able to sleep.
Don't worry, we'll meet again for sure. We need to have a chat for sure regarding that, absolutely. But again, great stuff from Michael, as always, and great stuff from all of you in the chat. Love the questions. Yes, we have not been able to take all the questions, but like always, I've started a few of them. Hopefully, I'll take it in the next stream because I have to jump on right now to Drog Baba because we are doing a watch along right away. And Michael, I think you're also doing a watch along, right? If I'm not wrong.
Double watch along for both games tonight.
Great. Perfect. So people do check us out. Check us out on Michael Talks Football on Rock Baba. We'll certainly be there. And again, thanks for joining. Thanks for the likes, and do subscribe to Michael Talks Football. Of course, to Almighty Blues FC and to Almighty Blues Cricket. The cricket is on, people. We'll be back there tomorrow, live hopefully. Till next time, take care and come on, you Blues, come on.